Amsterdam replaces London as the largest trading center for European stocks, but Frankfurt could become the biggest beneficiary of Brexit next year. The extent to which Brexit is affecting the financial center of London is particularly clear when trading in European stocks. Here, investors and banks have shifted business with a volume of 6.5 billion euros from the UK to the EU from one day to the next. You could see this in January. I made a video on that. The biggest beneficiary is Amsterdam, which has now overtaken London as the largest trading place for European stock. For Frankfurt and the financial center of Germany, the most important battle in the fight for commercial transactions after Brexit is still ahead. It is about the processing of derivative transactions in euros. In the so-called euro clearing, Deutsche Börse has expanded its market share from 1 to 20% in recent years. The trillion-dollar business will continue to be dominated by the London clearing house LCH for the moment. However, an exemption will expire in mid-2022, which currently allows European banks to use LCH. The EU has long been putting pressure on banks and investors to move more clearing business to the continent. So far, however, those responsible in Brussels have avoided a hard cut, as in equity trading, because they rightly fear risk to financial stability in the event of an abrupt shift in the market. Numerous banks are obviously speculating that the EU will not dare to take a hard cut in 2022 either. In addition, many players in the financial market hope that Brussels will recognize the British clearing houses as equivalent and thus enable their use in the long term. The EU is walking a tightrope with this decision. It is understandable that it wants to strengthen its own financial market and would like to have direct access to the euro clearing, especially in crisis situations. On the other hand, in the event of a politically forced relocation, it exposes itself to the charge of acting protectionistically. The example of equity trading shows that the EU is fundamentally ready for this, and that changes in the regulatory framework can change financial markets overnight. 2022 will therefore be a key year for the European financial sector. After all, the volume in derivatives clearing is many times higher than in European equity trading. Should there be a large-scale relocation of clearing businesses, Frankfurt would become the largest Brexit beneficiary on the continent. After all, it's very unlikely that the EU will then allow business that has been won to flow back to Great Britain. And by the way, next Sunday there will be another live stream, of course, so there is a post on my community tab already where you can leave your questions. Just make use of it. And if you want to stay informed, please subscribe to my channel and to my other channels. I'll see you in my next video. Auf Wiedersehen.